Hey mathletes, so today we're going to be using Google Sheets to create a table, a scatter plot, find a line of best fit, all without doing it by hand. So the first thing you want to do is open up a new Google Sheet. We're going to make the table first. So we want to label the X and Y values. So this is going to be height and shoe size. After that, just put in your X and Y values. So even though this is height, should be inches and feet, I'm using decimal values just because it's easier to use. Goes pretty quickly. Okay, so our table is all set. So when I make a table, I do like to actually center the values. So just highlight your entire table, come over to the alignment and click center. It just looks better. You don't gain any points for it. It just is nicer to look at. Okay, so now we want Google Sheets to make us a scatter plot. We're going to highlight our table, go to insert, insert a chart. This is what's going to pop up right away. Okay, so it looked at the data and it said, you probably want a scatter plot. We do. It looked at the label at the head of column A and said that's height. Series, the Y values said shoe size. This pops up automatically. Use row 1 as headers, use column A as labels. Okay, so it's a nice little scatter plot. Labels the Y shoe size, X height, and gives us a title. We want a little more than that though. We want a line of fit and an equation. So what you want to do is click Customize, come down to where it says Series, and click on that. Scroll down till we see the trend line. We want a trend line. That's what they call the line of best fit. Okay, in this case we're using a linear. There's all the other possibilities though: exponential functions, polynomial, logarithmic, power series, moving average. We're going with linear. I don't want it the same color as the coordinates, so I'm going to change it to black. And I'm going to make it darker. Okay. Label. Use the equation as the label and it'll pop up on the top. Okay, there's not an equal sign. It just says the black line is this equation. Okay, so 5.98x plus negative 25. Some of this stuff doesn't mean a whole lot. Like if you were 0 feet tall, you would have a shoe size of negative 25. So again, even though this is a linear relationship, it's only linear for certain parts of the domain. So between 5 feet and 6¼ feet, it's excellent. Okay? We know it's excellent because we can click on show R squared and we see an R squared value of 0.822. Now you know that we said weak, moderate, and strong depends on this number. So remember, weak was between 0.3 and 0.5. Moderate was between 0.5 and 0.7. Anything above 0.7 is a strong correlation, which means there's a strong connection between how tall somebody is and what their shoe size is. So we could actually use this equation to figure out if somebody is a certain height, what should their shoe size be? Okay, if I plug in their height in feet for X, it will pop out a shoe size. Also, if I put in a shoe size for Y, I could solve that for X and it would tell me how tall they are. There you go. This whole thing took about 5 minutes. Now, when you put this into a document, all you need to do is highlight it, copy it, and paste it into the other document. So for the chart, just make sure it's selected, copy, and paste.